Man's heart drops after finding this creature hiding in his kitchen. When a caretaker at England University of Sheffield stepped into a campus kitchen, he discovered a strange sight. Some sort of prickly creature was running around the kitchen. The caretaker had no idea what to make of this little guy. After he realized what he was looking at, however, he knew something was amiss. So he rushed the poor thing to get some care. And that's when he learned just how bad the situation was. The critter in question was a wild hedgehog, and he'd been horribly tortured. Needless to say, his chances of survival were very much in doubt. One day, a caretaker at the University of Sheffield in England walked into the campus kitchen and immediately noticed some sort of odd-looking creature scurrying towards him. Yikes! Was it a mouse? A rat? Right away, he could tell something was seriously wrong. The animal was a hedgehog with all of his spines chopped off, and he was definitely in need of immediate medical help. He was a sorry sight. The little guy was brought to the Cawthorne Hedgehog Sanctuary in South Yorkshire, where he was put in the care of Anita and Alan Broadhead. After naming him Frankie, they tried to determine the extent of his abuse. Frankie was undoubtedly scarred from his experience, and he refused to uncurl from his protective ball. Not only that, but he suffered from ringworm. While the university investigated the incident, Anita had a message for the perpetrators. "Stop and think how you would feel," she started, "if someone mistreated you and left you in a position where you couldn't look after yourself because you had no means of protection." She had a point. This poor little guy couldn't defend himself from whoever did this to him. Though Frankie's abusers had yet to be found, hopefully they saw Anita's powerful message and didn't harm other animals. Thankfully, Frankie was finally safe from the cruel people who did this to him, and things could only look up from there. Still, the poor hedgehog would have to spend some time recovering before he could be returned back into the wild. His spikes would take some time to grow back. It should be noted that, unlike a porcupine's quills, it's much more challenging for a hedgehog to regrow their spikes. Luckily, Frankie was in good hands while he recovered. Despite the terrible abuse that had been done to him, he must have been relieved to be taken care of by people who genuinely cared about his well-being. It should be noted that hedgehogs are rather harmless to humans. In fact, as the story certainly shows, we're more dangerous to them than they are to us. For example, many wild hedgehogs are accidentally run over by speeding cars. While hedgehogs may not be popular as pets, after all, you can't really pet them, they can still be absolutely adorable. Who would ever want to hurt a creature with this precious little face? Hopefully, Frankie makes a full recovery, and the people who did this to him are found. No animal should ever go through such abuse.